What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and here we go. You guys can see me now. Welcome to our Friday live stream. In this video, we're going to be talking all about some stocks we bought this week, the news. These are market minutes, of course, and some updates from the new channel as well. So I'll probably be live for at least 30 minutes, depending on the turnout. And so I want to thank everyone for supporting Departures Capital first and foremost, along with supporting Departures stocks. Yesterday was our best video ever, and we were talking all about uranium, and I did in fact pick up some shares of a uranium producer that we're going to be talking about in a little bit later on in this video. And the first thing we're going to do though is comment of the day. Of course, if you're new to the stream or you've just tuned in, don't forget to smash that like button along with hitting the subscribe button if you didn't get a chance already. And I will be talking to you guys in the comments. Let me just pull the comments up on my phone so I have them here, and then we'll get straight to business. So, got the live chat going. Perfect. All right, guys, so let's talk about comment of the day first. We're going to do two videos because we did a video on DC yesterday, or Departures Capital, about 3 potential stocks that could be buyout targets. That was just 3 stocks. I think there's going to be so much consolidation in the gold sector, but that's for a later topic. But anyways, so let's talk a little bit about the comments. So, Bumble the Barn, looking at the mergers that have happened in the past 2 years in the PM mining space, most seem to have been close to the market price. Takeover target is not getting a big premium, so buying potential takeover targets may not be the best strategy. That said, another possibility to take a look at Sabrina Gold. So you're right in a sense. I do agree with that, but I do think that for some of the junior takeover targets, they're going to want a premium now. I feel like the market's changed a little bit, but it is good to take a look at some of the previous takeovers. Kai Turnup Miller, yes, my man with the Mind Med coverage, love it. Just waiting for that NASDAQ listing. I just want the stock to hit $3 so we don't need a reverse split. Mind Med to the moon. So yes, I'm a bull, and we'll be talking about Mind Med and all that. Stock's doing good today, although it sold off a couple cents into the close today, which kind of annoyed me. We were up as high as at one point $1.24. That's Canadian. That's on the NEO. So let's continue on with these comments. Very interesting, damn good content, my friend. Thanks, Ian. What else do we got here? Nice, keep up the good work. Big fan of the show. Started watching when I lived in Toronto. Moved to the Cayman Islands. Still tune in every day. Wanted to hear your opinion on Orla mining, so we'll have to make a video for you, Mike, on that. And I'm jealous of where you live because it's probably much better than the weather here today. It's getting cold, looking like it's gonna rain. So, JP Rowe, sorry for the correction, but EDV is Endeavour Mining in Africa, while EDR is our little silver miner. Had Teranga this past year and rode it out of the March lows to great effect, then got into smaller caps. 2 great companies, however, Endeavour Mining and Teranga. So yeah, that was my mistake. I wanted to correct that. Yesterday's video, something didn't look right. I was like, how is Endeavour Silver going to buy Teranga? Impossible. So what's up, Amish? Nice shoulder or elbow bump. Jumbo Shrimp. Bonterra is resisting $1.60 buyout. Also, Chesapeake has a M&A possibility. So, yeah, by the looks of it, they're resisting a buyout offer, and that's kind of interesting. So, man, I could go for some Jumbo Shrimp right now. I might have to get some after this video. So, we're going to talk about a few more things before we get into, your actual market minutes and all of that good stuff. So, yesterday's video on Departures stocks got so many more views than I expected, like 350, almost 400 views. The channel only has 442 subscribers, which is awesome. Oh, shoot. So please subscribe to Departures Stocks. It's our brand new channel where we talk about, it's just raw videos, opinion, and all of that good stuff. Just pretty much unedited. No sponsored content on there, so strictly my opinion. And we dropped that video on a uranium stock that I bought, which I will tell you guys in just 2 seconds. So support departure stocks and subscribe to our channel. Check out some of our videos, but let's take a look and see what you guys had to say. We're not gonna do every comment because the video actually got quite a few comments, 34 comments, which is pretty impressive for such a small channel. Rick Rule also said $60 is break even. There are a lot of producing mines that are shut down because of the price. CCJ shut its mine down. The price went up, opened CCJ 3 times, got tired of waiting. Gold, silver seem likely to move first. There are new reactors being built, but that are much smaller and safer. I own a couple of cheaper uranium plays. So we will be keeping our eyes on uranium. I did take a small position in Cameco, so we'll talk about Cameco just a little bit later. Let's see what else we got here. When it comes to valuing companies, I trust not the earnings and the numbers due to accounting tricks. I rely on charts, insider buys, and big volume buyers. I think that that's a great way to play it. Roger Weaver, this will be an interesting sector for the coming years. Was waiting for you to start covering it, so we will definitely be covering uranium in the months and years to come. Ryan just watched Chernobyl, going to buy some CCO now. Fantastic show on HBO. The original reason for the purchase. You guys are funny. Okay, we'll take 2 more comments. Fascinating analysis. I hadn't considered much of uranium, but it really is neat tech that requires some specialized fuels. Let's hope that fuels investment growth. Alrighty, so let's get into the market recap now. So first I wanted to talk about Fosterville South. So the vote for that SpinCo should be today, or it's expected to be today. I'll be watching Brian Cesarchuk's Twitter for that to see. I mean, I kind of expect that SpinCo to pass. Fosterville has been performing phenomenally over the past week, even despite lower to flat gold prices. We backed off a little bit, and we hit highs again of 336. So Fosterville is looking really good right now, and I'm very happy to see it bounce off of $2. So that was awesome. Now let's take a look at the markets, and it looks like we are seeing the Dow, the S&P, even the NASDAQ run into the close. Let's see what's moving today. So the Dow rebounded Friday following a rout a day earlier as upbeat quarterly earnings lifted investor sentiment at a time when surging global illness cases threatened the economic recovery. So we'll see what happens, guys. The S&P is looking to fully recover and potentially even. Let's see what's going on for this week. I know this was record highs. I wouldn't be surprised if we see fresh record highs. Would not be surprised at all. So let's take a look and see what's going on for gold. We're going to do gold, silver. We'll cover a few articles, a few of our favorite stocks, and then that will be it for the video. So I like to do Friday live streams just to, give you guys a little bit more raw of a video. And then take any questions if there are some. So gold's trading at 1884. I'm very happy about this because I was afraid that we're going to fall below 1850. 1850 looks to be like it's a pretty nice level of support. And as we can see here, gold has once again pulled back a little bit. It looked like we were going to get above 1900 and then it never happened. So, but overall, it has recovered off those 1850 lows that it pretty much bounced right off of. It got as low as 1848 just for a split second. But I don't think it's going to be an easy climb for gold. We're going to need some more catalysts, but I would love to see some more stimulus. I think that that's going to be the next big driver, and I think that we're going to have the government's going to have to do it no matter what. So we'll see what's going on. Let's take a look at the silver contract. Silver's up 1.7%. So we have seen some pretty nice performance in some of the silver miners. And let's check in on the charts after the drop. So the charts look pretty good. Silver had a really nice green candle today. So that's looking pretty nice. We'll see if silver can hold on. All right, guys, let's take a look at a few gold articles. So gold, the torture of consolidation. So trader after trader have always been tortured by market consolidation. Today, the precious metals continue to churn in that exact pattern. Consolidation is also known as the greatest time of uncertainty. Gold, silver, and platinum are all in that phase. We are traders. We are trend traders with the idea of trading the direction of least resistance. As of today, that is short. However, that does not mean we do not emotionally suffer from the same thing as other traders. It is a pain. It does not change the overall direction until the upside resistance is violated. So hard to say right now, but it's nice to see gold holding on to 1850. Now I want to talk about the gold survey. I think this is very important, and we've seen this happen many times. So I'm going to read these couple quick paragraphs, and then we're going to talk about the actual gold survey from Cameco. So near-term sentiment in the gold market remains firmly bullish as the market continues to crawl its way higher after starting the week with the worst one-day drop in 7 years. According to the latest Cameco News Gold Survey, a clear majority of Wall Street analysts and Main Street investors are bullish on gold next week. The sentiment comes as gold prices were able to hold critical support at 1850. The sell-off Monday we knew would happen there, although there is hope on the horizon and the world can get past this global illness. Analysts have noted that it will take time for any cure to be rolled out. In the meantime, they have added that this global illness has already done untold damage to the economy. So 1850 an ounce is proving to be a strong foundation, and I don't think we can see much more bad news for the market, says David Madden, senior market strategist at CMC Markets. When it comes to this, global illness, we are probably not going to see any bigger news that and gold managed to hold up really well. So let's take a look at the gold survey, and we are seeing, Main Street go more bullish. Main Street tends to lag sometimes Wall Street, and then it will go bullish the next day or the next week. So right now we're sitting at 59% of Wall Street still bullish on gold with only 6% bearish. We did see a big sentiment shift to neutral, which totally makes sense. I was neutral when I saw gold around 1850, and I wanted to just wait it out and see what happens. Main Street 61% bullish, 19% bearish, and 20% neutral. So an uptick in bearish sentiment from Main Street, but that kind of makes sense. A little bit like retail investors can be, a little bit more scared when they see drops. Sometimes you got to keep the bigger picture in mind. So gold silver see price gains as this global illness rages. So one quick little paragraph from Cameco, and then we'll take a look at some of our favorite stocks, the charts, and we'll talk about some of the companies that we bought this week. So gold silver price futures are higher in early U.S. trading on safe haven demand heading into the weekend. As this global illness gets out of control, the precious metals are also seeing some support from a weaker U.S. dollar. All right, guys, so now it's time to take a look at some of the different things that I think are important. Feel free to drop some comments below or some questions below. We've got 14 people now, so if you do have a question, feel free to answer it, or if you just want to say hello, I'm cool with that. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep talking about all the stuff I'm talking about, so anyone who is not tuning in live can just watch the whole stream. So the US dollar is substantially lower today, down 0.22%. Looking at the charts for the US dollar, it's looking like we're kind of rolling over again. Despite that recent rally, we're kind of losing some momentum here. So I really hope that the US dollar can continue to slide. If we look at the 5-year chart, I'd love to see the US dollar drop to 90. But 92 has proven to be a pretty heavy level of resistance. We'll see if we can get that. Now let's talk about some of the companies that I bought this week. So the most recent one I bought, made a video about on Departure Stocks, was Cameco. So you guys can watch that video on Departure Stocks. One uranium stock. Will uranium make a comeback? And I was looking at the charts. I followed Cameco this year. I started following them again when another channel started talking about it. Shout out to Antonio, Baby Investing, good friend of mine. He's been talking about uranium for quite some time, and we saw in March Cameco dropped to like $7, rallied up to 16, sold off a bit recently. I just picked up some around $12, $12.75. I think I'm actually down on my position a little bit, but I just bought it today, so I'm not down too much, maybe down like 12 cents. But The longer term charts, I mean, uranium struggled for so long. It struggled since we could say 2016. You know, the price of Cameco has been struggling. Let's take a look at the week chart. There we go. But over the long term, I mean, if we see a run in uranium, I mean, this thing's been sold for so long that once it breaks above 16, it's almost like, you know, sky could be the limit. But what's it going to take for that to happen? Well, some demand, supply and demand. The fundamentals in the market are improving. They're looking pretty good. I think this is definitely, you know, like a long-term play. But I've always liked the uranium sector. I used to cover it, but like I said, it's been beat up for so long that I took a step back. And at $12, you know, I said, whatever. I'm just going to take a small position in Cameco, see how it goes. If we drop to 10, I'll double my position and ride it out for not forever, but until we see some substantial gains, or it, you know, just continues to tank. But I don't think that that's going to happen, you know, hopefully not. So it's kind of a contrarian play, to be honest, when it comes to Cameco. But I thought, what the heck, why not? We're seeing some big investors talk about it. So yeah. Now, the next stock we'll take a look at is MindMed. Of course, it's MindMed. So I was looking at the charts for MindMed, looking at a few different things, and we'll talk about this in just 1 second here, guys. Whoa. 1 second, we just got a message here on Twitter. Thanks for the like, buddy. All right, guys, so 16 people in here. Let me know if you guys are active, or are you just watching, or what's up. If you got a question, let me know. So let's take a look at the charts for MindMed. And I was trying to figure out, you know, what the heck's going on here for MindMed. And I noticed that it looks like we are doing some consolidating here. It's like a nice little wedge is forming. And then I was looking at a few other things. You know, I'm not a technical analysis expert, but I do like to notice a couple patterns. And RSI's at 56 for MindMed. We've seen this nice consolidation. I'm hoping for a all-time high breakout from here. Looks like we were attempting it today, and then midday it started to sell off a bit, so not exactly what I wanted. But we're still in the green, which is positive. And I'm not that sad because this slow and steady climb, it feels more sustainable. Omar Castida, let's go MindMed. Hey Aaron, great work. Any news on Shroom? Man, I was just looking at that today, thinking to myself, how long is this thing gonna be halted for? So let's take a look. Well, we'll take a look at SHRMF. So Matt Varga, I'm active. Big fan. Thanks, man. Arian Ford, what US stocks are you currently watching? We'll talk about that in 2 seconds. But getting back to Champion Brands. Now, the annoying thing about this company is it still trades on the OTC. So for all the Canadians who own shares, SHRM, it's still locked up. Like, sorry, the trading's still it's been halted for months. But if you want to get an idea of, you know, where the shares are sitting currently, sitting at 46 cents US. So just convert that to Canadian at 30 odd percent. Shroom's probably sitting at around 60 cents. So I'm in at 90. I'm not in for a big position. But it's still brutal. I mean, come on. How long are they going to have this thing locked up for? And why is it still trading in the US? That's so frustrating. US investors can take their money out and Canadians can't. Like, how does that make sense? Next week, Trump's team will be filing a bunch of lawsuits over the election. How will the markets react? It could be some volatility. I think that, you know, that would be supportive for gold, kind of, but we need to look at all the different factors, right? Why is it supportive for gold? Okay, uncertainty is supportive for gold, depending on which administration actually goes into power when this whole thing's done. What's supportive for gold? Stimulus is supportive for gold. Which administration is more bullish on stimulus? We want to lean towards the blue side, or at least that's what they've been saying. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a day-by-day approach when it comes to trying to trade the next week, if there is going to be a lot of lawsuits. What do you think of Nimbus Wellness, another psychedelic mental illness stock out of Vancouver? Nimbus. Is that let me just type it in. Or is it, has it IPO'd? I can't find it on investing.com, but I will write the name down. We will actually be covering a really interesting IPO that's coming up. Also, let me just write that name down though. Nimbus. All right, sweet. So we will be covering a new IPO actually in the psychedelic sector starting January is what we're expecting. What's the name of that one? Ritual Mushrooms. They haven't IPO'd yet, but check them out if you get a chance. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Departure Stocks. I need your support on my new channel, guys. We got to get this to 500 subscribers this weekend. But I will be posting more. Oh, Numi. Oh, okay. I've heard of that one before. Sorry, let me check it out. I haven't had a chance to look into the company. Almost $50 million market cap. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Numi. Thanks, buddy. Okay, what else did we buy this week? Oh, yes. Okay, so we did buy some MindMed. I bought another 4,200 shares at $1.19. So we're just barely in the green on that position. Heavily in the green on the majority of our position, because that was mostly at 50 cents, 50, 60 cents. So still happy about that, but this was more so I wanted to add to MindMed based on the charts. I liked what I'm seeing here. I think we could get a breakout. I'm hoping we get a breakout. Fingers crossed. MindMed's been trading really good over the last little while. Volume has been declining, but I'm waiting for some news, maybe another catalyst, something like that. So yeah, anyways, fingers crossed on MindMed. TGM was another one that I added to, and they just had some stellar news about acquiring. Let's see if we can pull it up here. Finance Home. Trillium Gold. Let's see if they got here. Yes, we do, guys. Trillium Gold to acquire remaining interest in gold-bearing Newman Todd property. So that's their flagship asset, and they owned, I believe it was 83.5%. Now they're going to own 100. So on closing, Trillium will control 100% of the 198-hectare Newman Todd property. They bought the additional 16.5% interest. They're going to own 100%, and they paid, I think it's 700 grand. So not too bad. So that's nice. It's always nice to know, when a company owns the whole percentage of the project. And man, this one still looks cheap. Market cap of around 40 million, 35, 40 million at current prices. I think the next uptick in gold, and they start to get some good drill results. I know they've got a 25 to 30,000 meter drill program going on right now, so lots in the works for the company. I just feel like they haven't gotten enough love yet. Are you watching any blockchain stocks such as BITF or Hive? I've been out of the game so long for Hive. Hive was one of my biggest losses ever in the history of investing. It actually inspired me to start Departures Capital, so I kind of owe it to Hive, but I sold Hive around $1 back in 2018, I believe it was. Let's just take a look at the charts here. Yeah, I remember this whole thing. It was the most painful decline ever. I remember watching it slide. Yeah, it slid all the way down to like what? 10 cents. I sold at $1. I was way too over leveraged, but we live and we learn. I haven't been watching any blockchain stocks though. So we're gonna ask you guys a couple quick questions. I'll give you, a few minutes to drop some comments below or ask me any questions, and then I'll probably leave by 30 minutes, so 4 to 5 minutes. So if you have any requests for videos, it takes me a long time to make an edited video for Departures Capital with the DSLR and etc. But Departures stocks, that's why I made the channel, because I can make quick videos. I'm going to do more analysis when it comes to the videos, and I will be dropping a video on copper as well. So copper video is going up today, right after this live stream. But feel free to drop any suggestions in the comments or in the live chat right now if you have any favorite stocks. If you want me to make any videos about any topics, I'll be taking requests now. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Departure Stocks. Or if you have any questions about any stocks that you're looking at or you're watching right now. And there was one other company that I bought this week, and it wasn't Fosterville South. It wasn't Discovery Metals. I'm trying to figure out. No worries, Matt. Here, let me just check my trade history, guys. Sorry about this. Just gonna check that to see which was the last trade of the week that I can talk about. All right. Just gotta log in here. I actually think that we're on YouTube for Departure Stocks. There we go. Yeah, we are on YouTube for Departures Stocks. So let me see. MindMed, Trillium. Oh yes, Wallbridge Mining. Wallbridge Mining. That was the third pick of the week. Wallbridge Mining hasn't performed that great though. Like, it's been stuck just below 90 cents, waiting for a breakout. It actually does look like it's consolidating a little bit here. What I've been noticing is like all these little wedges. For so many of these stocks, we've been seeing so many of them. Like Wallbridge really does look like it's consolidating. What's up with this, guys? See, we see this kind of consolidation in the past and then a breakout. Consolidation and a breakout to the downside. So I think that something's brewing, but who knows how long it's going to take. Has Workhorse made its way onto your radar? I've talked about it before. I'll write it down. Workhorse. Thanks for the likes, guys. Thanks for the likes. But no, I haven't really, I'm not a really big tech bull. I mean, there's lots of awesome tech stocks and companies that are going to make a killing. I just don't like the valuations. Now, that's a bad thing to say. It's rather naive to say that. There's a lot of opportunity in the tech sector. I can't say there's not. It's not really my thing. I don't know. There's certain stocks, like, this is not a tech stock, but Else Nutrition has performed awesome over the past while since we started, talking about it. Since we interviewed their, interviewed their CEO around 225. I think it was trading around 225, 230. And then it's been breaking out to the upside. I'm thinking that we're going to potentially test all-time highs. or break 2 all-time highs, because every time this stock has broken out, it's essentially hit all-time highs, except for this time. The last 2 breakouts, it's been so predictable. We trade sideways, shoot up, pull back, shoot up higher, pull back. So if that's the case, I set a pretty high price target of 450. I don't know if we'll make it that high, depending on the state of the markets, but I think, you know, 370 to $4 might be a fair target for now, before we see some profit taking. Now I can't predict the future, but that's just what I think. Cover the future of fuel cell stocks sort of out of your normal area. No, that sounds like a pretty cool idea. Fuel cell stocks. Feel free to drop any suggestions when it comes to that. All right, guys, so I'll give you guys like 1 or 2 more minutes just to drop any more comments or anything else that you want to talk about, or any other questions that you have. 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to head out. I'm going to post that video on Departure Stocks, and I'm going to shoot a video for our private group. Thanks so much to all my Full Access Insider members for supporting. Let's see what's going on for MindMed. Can we get a nice strong close? Like, come on. $1.30 close. Nope. Oh, man. Give me more than 2.5%. What is this horrible chart? This is something got messed up there, guys. Investing.com's not registering. Yeah, that's not correct. Sorry. Champion Iron. Full Access rocks. Thanks, man. I try my best, and I will be posting more stuff in the Full Access. I'm actually going to develop a document when it comes to valuing companies and a few interesting things, and I'll put that in Full Access for all of my long-term members. So we're just going to keep increasing the value. Price stays the same, $10 a month, $100 a year. I feel like it's a cheap enough price, so everyone can enjoy some nice content, not pay an arm and a leg. So Champion Iron. Ticker symbol CIA. Thanks, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Those are your market minutes. That's pretty much it. The last thing I'm going to say is if you haven't subscribed to Departure Stocks, subscribe. And watch our videos. I will be posting a video on copper today if you want any other videos. Might make one this weekend. We'll see. But I do want to improve the videos a little bit first before we jump to that. So anyways, guys. Looks like it's about to rain, so I might get out of here before it does, and